Hey guys, hope you're doing well. Welcome back to another video. Hope you are having a brilliant day. Today is of course the Monza Grand Prix, but unfortunately, there was some recording problems, and we only have from lap 6 of the race onwards for you guys. So that means no qualifying and none of the first 6 laps. I'm very sorry. It's my fault, to be honest. But yeah, I hope you guys do enjoy the video anyway. Please do leave a like, subscribe if you are new and everything. Again, very sorry, but yeah, at least we're getting the video out to you guys. That's the main thing. But yeah, enjoy the Monza Grand Prix. More DFL action coming your way very soon. And yeah, guys, see you in a bit. Enjoy.
Now, but he needs to perfect every single lap, and Bradley now takes a 1:23.7. So Bradley now is the fastest man on track right now. But I'm sure that isn't going to stop Harry from catching up the two drivers in front, Charlie and Preston. I mean, it doesn't mean that Harry is slower than Preston or Charlie, and that's all that really matters. It doesn't really matter if Bradley's got this fastest lap or not, because he's all right at the back of the grid. But Harry needs to make use of these tyres until the first stint. And another yellow sector, which I'm not entirely sure why. I'm sure it's another... Oh, it's an Alfa Romeo. Let's see what's going on now. I think that is an Alfa Romeo that is going awfully slow and pulling off to the side to the marshal spots. So I don't know if that will cause a safety car, but I'm sure we'll find out in a matter of seconds if it is or not. But I think in that throughout that commotion, Charlie has got past Preston for that P1 again.
Yes, and Preston will be straight back on Charlie. This will be a battle for, I'm sure, last throughout the 20 last laps of this race now. So it's going to be a battle for you will want to watch. You will want to see till the very end of it, people.
Yeah, exactly. And in that and all of that fighting up front, it is giving Harry the allowance to catch up to him.
Yes, do not underestimate Harry. He is catching up now, and once, hopefully, he's caught up, he will bring something to that battle. But they are missing currently. We know what Harry can do. We know that Harry has beaten Preston, especially in Jeddah and France, many, many times, which we are getting onto. I believe it's actually next race that we have France, where Harry holds one of his 2 win streaks currently, so whether he'll be able to keep that win streak going next time is another question. But we don't need to worry about next time, we need to worry about right now, where Harry is catching up to Preston. But will Preston be able to get the overtake on Charlie or not right here?
I don't know, but he definitely looks like he's going to try and go for it. He looks to go down the inside of Charlie. Will he make it? He does outbrake Charlie a lot into the first chicane, and that is a great move from Preston. But obviously, I think Charlie just got a great, even better exit than Preston did. So, can Charlie catch up Preston in this section? He definitely looks like he's going to have the move, deploying his ERS right now. He looks to go down the inside. Will he make the move or not is another entire question. And he almost tapped the rear end of that Haas in front, his championship rival. But if you look in the background, the Ferrari has turned up now. Harry is inviting himself to the party, and he says, "Hello fellas, I am here,
and I am going to stay here and take this win, hopefully, touch wood." But who knows what he could do. He's about to show the masterclass that Ferrari haven't really been producing lately in actual form. Oh my god, Charlie spun out!
Charlie's gone round. Oh no, and that is not good, and I think that is an official safety car. That is right, people. The championship leader, Charlie, has taken a fall and has tumbled down, and now up into P4, where he has broken his front wing, so he will be required to pit. Preston is now in the pit. The question is, yep, Harry does pit as well, which is a sensible move. Like I said, whoever's in first, you want to copy their strategy. If they pit, you pit. It's as simple as that. And I think Harry is going on to another set. No, he's going on to the hards. And what is Preston on? I think he is also on the hards. So, those two on the same exact strategy with the same exact, same old tyre age. But Fernando Alonso, the one of the people who's helping to fight in this constructors, takes the lead. So is this a Alpine masterclass where they have to hold up Preston to allow Charlie to get back up?
Who knows whether Fernando Alonso will be that Checo to his.
Charlie.
You get what I mean? What I'm trying to say, Max is Charlie and Fernando Alonso is Checo back in the 2021 Abu Dhabi finale. But it doesn't matter because Preston is ready to go. So is Harry right behind Preston. This is a battle we have not seen for a long time.
Yeah, I mean, this is definitely one that Harry is going to be hungry for. Harry is hungry to take this victory today. You can just see how fast he's been driving that car. You can tell that he is driving that car in anger and in vain as well. You can just see how much he wants this as well.
Apparently, the reason for Charlie may have lagged out is due to, not lagged out, but spun out is due to lag, because apparently Preston was jittering around very badly, and because of that, something happened which caused Charlie to spin out. He is not blaming Preston, but that jittering is there nonetheless.
Yeah, I mean, that can be totally understandable. It's still obviously not what you want, especially when you're a championship fight right now, but obviously Charlie is right in front of Bradley, who currently, I think, still holds the fastest lap. So the question is, can Bradley pass Charlie and hold Charlie up as much as he can? You know, in the past, those two haven't really got along. They haven't really seen eye to eye. So maybe not vengeance, but so much like rivalry between those two can be intense. I'm sure we'll get to see what those two will be doing in the race shortly after their safety car has ended. I mean, I think right now, yeah, so Bradley is currently on the mediums. I do expect Bradley to pass Charlie on this track, because obviously under safety car, it's so hard to warm up those hards, especially under safety car. And the mediums, yeah, they're a lot more easier to warm up. But if Bradley can hold on to the without making any mistakes, and if he touch wood, you know, surely he should be able to pass Charlie because he's on the quicker compound.
He is, and it'll definitely be interesting whether Bradley can come up with something or not. But as you say, he is on the quicker compound. But now Callum and Bradley are sort of arguing in the chat over the crash. So we'll see what solution they come to. And but safety car is in this lap, so we're going to take our eyes to the top of the field now. What can Harry do in this safety car restart to get somewhere?
Yeah, I mean, definitely Harry will want to have a nice, clean exit. I'm sure he will want to be easy on the throttle, obviously, but obviously making sure that he realises that he still has to pass two cars to get this lead. And, you know, it will be all down to driver skill now. It will be down to Harry if he can make the difference at the start of this safety car restart. Now, obviously, we have to wait for Fernando Alonso to cross the line. You can obviously see Preston right alongside Fernando Alonso right now. But we see Preston trying to go for the move, but Harry tries to go around the outside of Fernando Alonso. He gets the move and a double overtake. Oh, but Preston goes deep into that corner. Harry has to sort of back out of that for a little bit, but he almost
Bradley shot back again.
Oh no, and Charlie's got a 3-second time penalty for cutting the corner, and Bradley now retired from the race. That is not good. I'm sure we'll fixate onto that just in a bit, but the fight is between these two, the man who's fighting for a championship and then the man who's looking for a win and is currently in a place for third place in the championship. He is currently holding on to this right now. The gap hasn't grown any bigger than a second right now. And I'm sure Harry will be driving as fast as he can to stick with Preston.
Yes, and who knows how this battle is going to turn out. But for one thing is for sure, we are all going to enjoy watching it. But unfortunately, as you say, Bradley has retired now. But Charlie is back up to P5 now. But he's gone very, very wide.
Yeah, I mean, definitely that. Obviously, him going wide, and obviously having that penalty will not help as well. You can tell that he's not happy, and he's obviously like he's sort of kind of lost it a little bit because obviously of the mistakes he's done, and I'm sure if he just keeps playing the way he is, um, then it won't lead him to anywhere good. But it does look like Yuki Tsunoda will try and make a overtake right on the outside. He's going to have the inside line. He almost made contact there for a second with Charlie, but Charlie is able to hold on to P5 right there. They're looking back up to the top now. Harry is now currently a second behind Preston. Is Harry playing the conservative game where he holds on to his tired life and let Preston run out his tyres at the start of the stint, and then let Harry push towards the end and try to play it safe? But who knows? The gap is still a second right now, so I'm sure we'll find out in just a bit how that plays out for those two. But obviously, Callum now down to P13. I don't know if he's made any gains or losses yet from the start of the safety car restart. And one thing is, what happened to Bradley?
Well, I was sort of watching it, and the whole argument started between him and Callum, and I told him to chill, and then I don't know what happened, to be honest, with Bradley after that, and he then said he can't, CBA, and he kind of left it. So, unfortunately, he has left this race. He'll hopefully be back next race to secure some points, but who knows? With only, 8 races left, he's going to have to turn up.
Yeah, exactly. Sorry, I kind of lost track there for a second because someone joined the Discord call.
Oh, did they?
Yeah, but it's just Carl.
Ah, Carl shows up. Jesus. Fair enough. I'll have to, maybe I'll share my screen so he can watch unless he's in the race. I don't know if he actually is, but I'll share my screen nonetheless. This is going to be really, really interesting. I mean, you know, with the whole incident between Bradley and Callum, I think we'll have to show that to Carl later. A lot of things have happened to Bradley today. He's got very unlucky.
Yeah, I do have to agree that obviously what happened at the start with Bradley obviously having that rear end step out and then obviously making a bit of contact there with Harry didn't help the fact that he was obviously fighting for the lead at the start, lost it to Charlie, and then it all went to shambles after the second corner. So, you know, like I said before, I mean, if he makes a couple mistakes at the start of the race, it ruins his whole race. And, you know, I think you can agree with me. It's not me dissing Bradley. It's me just putting it out there to say that, like, you know, that's what happens and stuff like that.
But Charlie maybe going for the overtake on Sebastian Vettel. Can't reach for it fast enough. He wants that P3 position from the Aston Martin. He might be going for it once again. Will he get the DRS on the straight? No, he won't. But he is still gaining on the Aston Martin here.
Yeah, definitely. He's trying to push now as hard as he can to get past this Aston Martin of Sebastian Vettel to get to Harry and Preston, so he can regain that lead or even trying to fight for a podium spot, which I'm sure that's what he will be doing. But like I said before, if Harry wants to get this race win, he needs to pass Preston as quickly as possible so he doesn't affect the time that he's lost from behind, so he can minimise that time loss he's lost.
Yes. Oh, carry on, sorry.
Oh, that's it.
Yeah, and whether Harry can catch up to Preston will be an interesting one. Whether Charlie can catch up to Harry will also be an interesting one. I think if we can get this freeway battle going again, it'll be an interesting one. I need to make that Twitch emote because that is just my quote now. What an interesting battle we have here. You have Harry trying his best to gain on Preston, but being very unsuccessful, looking like he may take a P2 this race. You have Charlie now overtaking the Aston Martin of Sebastian Vettel. Nice overtake on the outside of Vettel there to secure that P3 position. Now going straight after the Ferrari of Harry here.
Yeah, definitely. Charlie will need to be driving in that car very, very quickly, as he still needs to get rid of that 3-second time penalty, or to make the difference in that time loss he's been given by the FIA and the stewards. But I'm sure Charlie won't be catching up to the front two. He still has to still have to drive quicker than Sebastian Vettel right now, and a incident has gone on right now, and I don't even know what's gone on.
The incident's gone away now, so I think everything's okay, isn't it?
Oh yeah, I don't know what's going on then. Obviously now, looking back up to the top now, the gap between Preston and Harry is now 1.2 seconds. Obviously, Harry still not being able to get this under that gap under 1 second right now. He has been close at times, but he hasn't been fast enough, and he needs to find ways now to beat Preston in corners and find ways that he can gain time on Preston through the corners.
Yeah, and is whether Harry can make up that time in the apex, hitting that apex correctly, will be, well, an interesting one to say the least. For Harry especially, I'm sure he'll be infuriated with himself, the fact that he cannot get this job done. I mean, overtake Preston, we've seen it before, he can do it, but whether he can do it here or not will be an interesting one. Why do I keep saying that? It's like an automatic response. But come France, we know we're going to discuss France in a minute because it's the next race. The last 2 seasons we've had France. Harry has not outsped Preston, basically outpaced Preston, but he's gone for the longevity plan, and it's worked every single time. Whether Harry may not win here today, but comes to France tomorrow, not tomorrow, next Sunday, and wins there, will be nice to watch. Will be an interesting one to watch.
Yeah, I mean, it'd be nice for Harry to win today. Obviously, you'd want him to win any day of the week. If anything, it'd be nice to see him get his first win of the season, like I said, which is still yet to come. I mean, if he can maintain his winning streak in France and Jeddah, and maintain that race, winning those races at least every year, I think it would be great record for him to hold in the DFL.
It really would be a nice record to hold. But of course, we go over that streak, but we talk about Jeddah as well. I believe Jeddah's only, well, it's a bit away. We've still got a few races to go before we actually get to Jeddah. But that's his also second winning streak of the DFL. So whether he can keep those 2 winning streaks going or not will be a nice one to see, really. But will Preston have a lot to say about that? I mean, we haven't seen Charlie race those 2 tracks yet. Will he absolutely dominate those tracks? You just don't know. So you're going to have to stick around and watch those races when it comes on. You're going to have to turn on notifications, subscribe and like. You're going to have to follow the TikTok and join my Discord, because why the hell wouldn't you? But we're going to get straight back into the action on Monza right here. We have Callum still in that P11 spot. You have Charlie still in that P3 spot. Harry still P2. And Preston obviously still in P1. Preston still getting away from Harry here. Is there anything for Harry can actually do here?
Yeah, he needs to drive Ascari a bit more aggressively. I've watched him through Ascari many times now, and he hasn't been aggressive enough. He hasn't been attacking those curves as much as you should to really gain the time that you want throughout that corner. Like I said, if you can set yourself up nicely through Ascari, then you definitely are going to gain a lot of time through that corner, and you're going to basically be a rocket ship coming out of that corner. But as we talked about that gap being not coming under a second, it was for a second under a second at 9/10, but loses it through this section. So I'm also finding that he also finds the chicanes a little bit more difficult to do and maybe attack, and maybe playing a bit too cautiously, should I say, on through this corner. But like I said, he needs to attack Ascari very aggressively. You need to ride to those curves. You can't be afraid to do this, and you need to be going quickly and basically as fast as you can through those corners, and basically flat out from as soon as you hit that right hander. When you're going straight left, you need to be going flat out as soon as you can. But I don't know what's going on with Preston right now. He is currently looks like he might have an issue, but he's currently slowed down a lot, and now I don't even know what's going on. But it looks like Harry could potentially have DRS. This is what we've been talking about. He has DRS. He's going to try and make the move round the outside of Harry, but they make slight contact there for a second. I said Harry when I was meant to say Preston, but they're going to turn 1 now through the chicane. Will Harry be able to maintain that P1?
Oh my God!
No! And I have to say that is 100% Preston's fault there for a second. Spinning out Harry there, and that has not helped him out because he has Charlie right behind him as well now. And I don't understand why Preston didn't just slow down to give back that position like he normally does. Which is, I don't think, in my case, I think that is very disrespectful. And, you know, I feel like whatever happened there should be resolved.
Maybe he thought it wasn't his fault. Maybe he thought Harry brake checked him or something. We'll have to investigate that. Pass it on to Carl so he can have a look. Clips will hopefully be supplied because I didn't get a very good angle. What about you, Peter?
Well, what I saw was that Harry was on the left-hand side of Preston, and then Preston was trying to squeeze his way through when there was no room. I mean, Harry was squeezing him, I have to admit. But also, that is Harry's right to do it. I mean, as long as, like, you're not doing it too much. I mean, if you're trying to push through a gap that is obviously not there, you have to take the responsibility on that. And I don't understand why Preston hasn't done that and hasn't sort of slowed down to be like, oh, that's my fault. I tried pushing through that. But I'm sure there'll be some form of penalty or even I don't know. We'll find a way to resolve it. I'm sure Carl is here, so he will be able to resolve this as soon as the race is ended. But
no, he isn't here. He left.
Oh right. Well, that's a bit pants then. But yeah, when I thought he was here, I thought he'd be able to resolve it. But a safety car has now come out for some odd reason. So maybe a build up through the first chicane, maybe.
Possibly, I don't really know why. No one's really dropped down, have they, to be honest? But now, this will be so good for Harry and Charlie on Preston now. Preston will lose this lead majorly. This will actually be a three-way battle here for the last, what, 7 laps?
Like 5 laps, should I say? 4 laps?
Yeah, possibly.
Yeah. But this is completely shaking up the whole race now. This is played into Harry's hand beautifully. This is played into Harry's hands beautifully right now. So will he copy the man in first? Like I said, if you copy the man in first, you're doing something right. So the question is, Preston does pit. So the question is now, does Harry play the patient game of staying out, or he is staying out? So he's playing the game of staying out and waiting because he knows that he's obviously going to have have other cars behind him do the work to sort of act as a rear gunner. They've already lost several positions to Harry. So Harry now playing his tactical game. He only has to hold them up for 5 laps, and he will probably be able to push as hard as he can. Sorry, still can't speak for some reason. It just happens. He will be able to push as hard as he can on those hards for the remainder of this race. But Preston down to P5, Charlie down into P9 with a 3-second time penalty. So I'm sure that wherever he will end up, he will definitely be losing major points to Preston today. You can assure that, unless you know, Charlie is able to pull out a big 3-second gap from the people behind him, which sometimes isn't the case. But yeah, we move. But this is what I'm talking about. Harry now leading the Ferrari race right now. This is his for the taking. It is his for the win. He has to hold on to this now. He has to do this for his team, for the sake of winning his first race of the season. It all comes down to 5 laps when the safety car goes in.
Yes, and whether he can keep this lead or not is going to be interesting. Whether Charlie can catch up or not will be interesting. What Preston can do will also be interesting. I mean, as you say, right now it's the top three in this championship, all fighting for one place or another. I mean, Harry fighting for that P3 in the championship, Preston and Charlie fighting for that first place in the championship. All three of them need those points desperately.
Yeah, well, definitely Harry. Wow, I wouldn't say Harry. I mean, he's got a nice, comfortable. Should I say lead in the thing? I don't know what the gap is. I forgot what the gap was between him and Jamie and George, but I'm pretty sure it was something close between them now. Though it was like a couple points, maybe.
There you go. You have it up.
Yeah, so it was a matter of 23 points difference between George and Harry. So obviously he still had a comfortable lead, basically a race win distance between George and Harry. But that will get increased if Harry can take a win this here today at Monza.
Do you think Harry can do this though? Honestly,
I think he has no one to stop him. All he has to do is drive fast as he can through at the start of the lap. I don't think he's made too many mistakes. I don't think he's made any mistakes at all. He hasn't really been like that today, which is really good for him because it's led him to where he is right now. But all he has to do is he has to move fast and he has to move aggressively because obviously he still has the flying. He still has Preston to. Oh, whoa! Jesus Christ! What did I just see right there? Preston just went into the side of the barriers there for a second. It's like he flew. That might be the lag. I don't know, but I'm sure time will tell if that was genuine damage or not. But here we go. As soon as Harry crosses that line, he can he can drive as fast as he can. He could be playing tactical mind games right now, going slow, maybe accelerating and slowing down. This is all mind gaming play tricks right now. This is how I would play it. I would be going up, slowing down, and then I'd get into their head of like, oh, what's he going to do? Like, you have to make the situation unpredictable for cars behind you to read what you're going to do. If you make it predictable, then you're most likely going to not have a good shot. But look at him, he's going slow. They don't even know when he's going to cross the line. And here we go. He has got a nice race start. And that is what I'm talking about, ladies and gentlemen. Playing the unpredictable situations. And that hasn't even given Preston a good launch. He stays in P5. And like I said, that is very good for the man in red right now. Yellow sector 1, I don't understand what's going on there.
Preston gets the overtake on George Russell there. Nice overtake on the outside of the Mercedes. Now looking for Yuki Tsunoda. Charlie gets the overtake on Mick Schumacher because Mick Schumacher is lagging like absolute crazy here.
Yeah, I don't know what's going on here. But currently the gap between Harry and Sebastian Vettel right now is 6/10. Then it's basically more or less like 2 seconds covered from first to fourth. So if Harry needs to pick up the pace, maybe he's still trying to get those hards warmed up because we all know under safety car you can't really warm up the hards as fast as you can. As you'd like to, should I say? But now the gap is 1 second. It's 1.1 now. So this is what Harry needs to do. He needs to maintain that 1 second gap or more to be able to stay in front and get the win. But obviously he does have Preston. I'm sure that Preston will be doing press time now to get past all these drivers in front and maybe try and get the win as Preston goes slightly wide into the parabolic corner. But he doesn't even get a good, doesn't even get the slipstream as Yuki Tsunoda tries to make the move on Sebastian Vettel. He does look like he's down the inside and looks like Yuki Tsunoda there for a second, almost lost car and was just weaving side to side. But Preston now makes the move, and he does make the move on Yuki Tsunoda up into P3 this race. Now all he has to do is pass Sebastian Vettel, but DRS has not been activated just yet. I think it'll be activated on lap 25 if I'm correct. It might even, so literally this upcoming lap. But the gap now between Sebastian Vettel and Harry is practically 2 seconds. So Sebastian Vettel can hold up Preston as much as he can. This will play beautifully into the hands of Harry. But obviously, he has to think that Preston will probably be going quicker and faster than Charlie. But now this is Preston going past Sebastian Vettel, and still has to get this move done. He does get the move. He's a full car length in front, and now moves up into P2. His next opponent now is Harry. He has to drive this car very, very fast, and so does Harry. One with quicker tyres and one with not so fast, but with a 2.3 second gap advantage over the person behind him. And he will have to hold on to this for dear life, as Preston is slowly and quickly now gaining that time on Harry. But Harry's been able to maintain this gap at 2 seconds. So if Harry can do everything correct now, he's practically got three to two laps now to hold on to this. All he has to do is just keep driving the way he is, and he is practically set. But obviously, Preston has not broken that DRS chain from Sebastian Vettel. So Sebastian Vettel is still a target, but it's still a threat for Preston, should I say? And Preston has still got Sebastian Vettel behind him to keep him slow him down as much as he can. I'm sure Seb will do much as he can to help out his old team, the Ferrari. But as Sebastian Vettel does open up DRS, I don't think he's not close enough to make a move just yet. So he'll just have to wait. But Harry doing beautifully right now to hold, to keep this advantage at a very nice gap. So Preston not having not as quick as what we thought he was going to be on these softs compared to the hards.
Yeah, to be honest, Preston probably expected just to catch up like that, but he isn't, and he has 2 more laps left to go to catch up to Harry here. Or will Harry take his first win of season 3, probably cementing him in that third place position, unless George and Jamie can whip up some magic. But do not underestimate George or Jamie just yet. I'm sure they'll be back strong. But who knows? But here we are for Monza. We're about nearly a quarter away through this second to last lap. Preston is trying all he can, and he is catching up to Harry. Harry is trying to get away, but he just cannot pull away for anything here.
Yeah, by the way, Dan, if Harry does win, I've got something special lined up for the race winner thing, alright?
Okay, I'm interested now. Well, let's see what happens, shall we? Because Preston is now within 0.7 second gaps. Still the 0.7 gap. All Harry has to do is survive this straight coming up, plus a bit more, and he will most likely take this win. And now Preston is out for DRS range, but Preston is trying to catch up all he can, but he just can't. He's still out of that DRS range, still out, and Harry is now pulling away once again.
Yeah, definitely. In the final lap, it all comes down to this now. Can Preston make the difference throughout these corners with the softs, making the fastest lap? Can Preston get past? Can Harry defend? It is all about mouse and it's a matter of cat and mouse right now. Preston, the cat, Harry, the mouse right now. It all comes down to this. Can Harry stay fast enough and get the 1 second gap he needs to keep that DRS off his back and off of Preston, so that he can stay and get this win? The gap is 1.6 right now. This is great news for Harry right now. Can Harry now make no mistakes, and can Preston make the difference now? He only has a couple corners left before it's all over, and before he can, before it's all over for Preston. But I'm sure this will be it for Harry. If Harry can maintain this gap now on the straight, like he can, powering his way through down into the parabolic corner, this is it. This is the final corner. Preston not being able to do anything. Harry looking victorious. It's Preston that cannot get the win today. Harry comes home to win the Monza Grand Prix, and Harry finally takes his first race win of the season, and now is victorious once again with Ferrari.
And what a win it was. Can you believe it, people? Harry strikes back and says, I am taking a win this season. Will we be able to keep this streak going next time? It'll be an interesting one. You all have to stay tuned. But we will not go away because driver of the day is Callum. And here we go for the podium, people. And here we are for the podium, and for the first time ever, you see a Ferrari driver walking out to the podium, and that is Harry. Can you believe it? Take it in, people. You have Preston on his left, and then Sebastian Vettel on his right, of course. That means that Preston will be taking more points off of Charlie in this race here today. And what a finish it was, people. Can you believe it? Here we are, and I hope you guys did enjoy this race. We'll be back in France next time, but do not go anywhere because we're about to read out the leaderboard, people. And here we are for the leaderboard, and for the first time ever, Harry is on top in P1. Preston takes P2. Sebastian Vettel takes P3, but that does not matter. Charlie takes P4. And then we go down a bit to Callum P11. Unfortunately, Bradley did DNF, but we'll be back next time, people, in France. Do not miss it. Will Harry keep his streak going? Who knows? You'll all have to stay tuned. See you next time, people. It's been the DFL. Over and out. Goodbye, guys.
I was meant to do